Eloise, you've come to the Whitman Baltimore Convention. Why is ICTA here?
We're here because Whitman is kind enough to invite us to come. It's an opportunity to see our members and to bring them up to date on any legislative activities that are going on. For this particular show, it's important because the Gold and Silver PAC has set up a reception for Congressman Lamar Smith, who chairs the House Committee on the Judiciary. And that's the committee that would be handling possibly issues to do with counterfeit coins. And that's one of the issues that we're very concerned about, that counterfeit coins coming in mostly through China, through eBay. It's a very tricky issue. And so by establishing this contact with Congressman Smith, we're hoping that we can really get some action going around this issue and solve this problem before it gets any worse.
And what about the 1099 reporting issue? There's been some involvement you all have had with that as well.
That's right, and that's our most important issue, and it's the one of greatest concern to dealers. But right now, all we're doing is asking our dealer members, especially those who belong to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and or the NFIB, the National Federation of Independent Businesses, to, through those groups, contact their senators and remind their senators how important this issue is to small business. A repeal of the new 1099 reporting requirement has already been passed in the House, so it's now in the hands of the Senate. The Senate traditionally moves, shall we say, glacially, and so it's important that we keep the pressure on, but the pressure will be more effective coming from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the other big business groups. And that's how we're working on that issue in coalition with those big groups. So from what we understand, there's a lot of support for repealing this issue. Everybody's done a great job informing their members of Congress. So now it's in the hands of the Senate. But again, because of the complicated processes within the Senate for developing and passing legislation, it could take a while. But this is our most important issue. Jimmy Hayes, the industry's lobbyist, is monitoring it very closely, working behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. So we'll keep everybody up to date on that. But right now, dealers can kind of sit tight. But if they are a member of the U.S. Chamber and the NFIB, they should get on board with those groups and really strengthen the message that those groups are sending to the Senate.
Any other issues you'd like to share with us?
One very important issue, I would like to thank Dave Crenshaw, Mary Counts, and all the people at Whitman for fighting the repeal of the Maryland sales tax exemption. This is a long-standing exemption that was threatened during the current session of the Maryland legislature. We just got word from the lobbyist that the bill for repeal has not been reported out of the subcommittee by the deadline that had to happen, which was March 28th. So we're really very, very hopeful that the repeal has died, that the exemption is safe, but we won't be popping the champagne until the legislative session closes on April 11th. But Whitman did all of this. We provided, ICTA provided a lot of support. A lot of dealers from all over the country wrote to the Maryland legislature, but Whitman quarterbacked the whole effort, paid for it, and so we all owe a huge thank you to all the folks at Whitman.